you again. That's right. That was a great plan, wasn't it?
Okay, we continue now with Jeff Burton. He drives the number 31 Caterpillar Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. He's currently 8th in points. And Jeff, talk about your outlook here at Talladega. I believe you were here for the test last month, and talk about maybe some of the what you learned there and how you hope to apply that here this weekend.
Well, we ran several of the combinations. I don't think we ever had this combination in our car, but it's clear that this race will look, I believe, to be like most Talladega races. I don't expect it to be a whole lot different. All the cars that want to be in the pack will be in the pack, and avoiding the big wreck will be a factor, and being at the right place at the right time. So even though we've got spoilers on the cars this week, I don't anticipate it being a whole lot different than a typical Talladega race.
Thank you, Jeff. We'll start now with questions. David Newton, and then to Kenny Bruce, and then Mike. Go ahead there, David. Jason's got the mic.
Yeah, Jeff, I wanted to ask you, do you, when the driver comes to Talladega, is it always the back of your mind that you can go airborne here, and is there a fear factor there? And second, are you pretty happy with what NASCAR is trying to do to prevent that?
Yeah, it's in the front of your mind, I think. NASCAR has put a lot of effort into the safety of these cars, and we can debate whether or not the COT. Some people like the COT, some people don't. Some people like this, they don't like that. What is undebatable is the fact that these cars are a lot safer than they've ever been. NASCAR has put a tremendous amount of effort into making these cars the safest race cars in the world. They've become the leader in safety innovations. So definitely the cars getting upside down was a bad thing, and I think it caught them by surprise because they had put a lot of work into it. They put more work into it yet, trying to make it better. And I'm confident that they've done the things that they need to. They've done the things they know to do. Will they be smarter 3 or 4 years from now? I hope so, because if we're not, then we're not doing a very good job. But I don't know whether they're going to get on their roofs or not. I hope they don't, but I feel confident they've worked real hard to try to prevent it from happening.
Kenny Bruce, and then Mike Mulhern.
Kenny Bruce, CNdaily.com. Jeff, you had an issue last week coming onto pit road or attempting to come onto pit road. I was just wondering, have you talked to NASCAR about that and had any conversations with them? Yeah,
the first thing I did was I went home and watched it, so I could see it from their perspective, because my perspective is my perspective, and that's different than an official's perspective or a fan's perspective. I understand why the call was made. I still disagree with the call. I think that from their perspective, I didn't get on pit road quick enough. Which allowed the 24 to be next to me, which put me in a position where I couldn't get on pit road. My perspective is that the rule says that I have to commit before the commitment line. I tried to commit before the commitment line, and I couldn't because there was a car there. It's one of those things where as long as you've raced, you think you've seen it all, and you just never have. There's always something that's going to happen. We could have done it. The reason it happened is because we made the call too late to pit. We were going to stay out, then we said pit. In that amount of time, the 24 pulled next to me, and I couldn't get on pit road. So, and NASCAR's take is, you guys waited too long. You let the 24 get in a position. If you'd have made your decision earlier, then he couldn't have been there. Our take is, it doesn't matter when we make the decision. We should be allowed the opportunity to get on pit road. We shouldn't have been blocked off of pit road because we made a late decision. I see both sides. I still think I'm right. And I still think that no matter who the leader is, or who the 5th place car is, or who the 10th place car is, the car behind him should not be allowed to pull next to him at any point. He should be able to pull right up to his bumper. But the rule is you can't. That's the way I interpret it. That's my take of it. I understand their side of it. I see both sides of it. it is what it is. Again, it's I'm not mad about it. It didn't prevent us from having a chance to win the race. It could have, but it didn't. So ultimately, it was a learning experience for all of us, I think. And when nobody got injured or hurt, having a chance to win a race, then that's okay to learn from it. But we did have discussions about it, and we have different opinions about it. They have the whistle, and so their call is final, and I respect that. That's how it has to be. But I still believe the call wasn't right.